Hello and welcome to Couple Tales Live, the colorful shades of grey. More and more, the joint family system is broken, and now couples live by themselves in a nuclear family. And that's where the question of shared responsibility comes in. Now, I know sometimes it's very difficult or the dynamics change, but I'm sure there is great outcome for it also. What do you think?
So there may be great outcomes, but that is not where I was going in my observation. But it's a decent thing to do, right? So we share responsibility. It's really a decent thing to do in this modern world, and don't be convenient about modernity. Like this is modern, so it works for me. I'll choose it, and this is not modern. I won't choose it. That's not a nice thing to do. The thing over here of shared responsibility, again, Vivek, comes from a lot of conditioning of how, and here I'm assuming because shared responsibility, I remember when the question was asked, there was an example given in this question saying I'm a guy, and when I do this around the house, actually I get mocked by friends and joked about. And that's where I'm coming from. And that's a sad thing. So, you know what? Like, we talk so much about equality, and I think this is a very big aspect. And like Vivek said, in today's day and age, when we don't live in joint families, when they're nuclear families, we're the only people there for each other,
Yeah.
right? Having said that, so the first thing, like I said, is you have to choose this. It comes from a place of equality. So change that conditioning a little bit. It will help us. It will help the future generations. I know how I'm bringing up my son. In so many ways. I really know, and I know you how you're bringing him up. So it's important to create this change. So it may not be the easiest thing to do because of the way we have been habituated in our comfort zone. But some things are worth doing because they should be done,
Correct. Yeah.
right? You were saying something.
Yeah, because I'll tell you, my mother, for example, I was my sister and my mother was very clear from the word go. So if it was to go and buy vegetables or do work around the house or even basic cooking to learn, because she felt why should only the girl, do this. My sister was also academically inclined and she did very well. She's done very well. So I think somewhere yes, and see today when we moved out and we lived, it made it easier for
Of
us.
course, that's one thing that I've never met Devu's mother. She passed away before we got married, but every day I thank her for the way she brought him up because this is one thing where Devu is very, very equal, easy, will take care, will not have like, oh, I'm not supposed to do this, you're not supposed to do this. Okay, so that is one part of shared responsibility. The second part of it is now, if the person takes responsibility, then how are you going to handle it? Okay, so say the person wants to take the responsibility. Now here comes the fun part of it. Then what happens is now here you have to evaluate. I want responsibilities to be shared. Okay, but I want it to be done in my way. For example, we are talking about household sharing responsibility. I clean it like this, so you have to do it like this. Or I use it. So then yes. So you will teach and you say, this is the cloth with which I wipe my kitchen platform. This is the way you do. But then there happens a list. Have you washed? How many times did you wash the cloth? Did you use this? Did you spray this? That is one. So don't get attached to then how it is
The process.
done,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Sharing responsibility that person is doing there. And the second thing is that don't expect that person to do it at the time that you have done. I needed the agree, it is important. But say for somebody will say, listen, you've told me I need to do this, I will do it my way and then you have to have the graciousness to then understand somebody is taking responsibility and allow them the freedom to do it their way. Now I want to tell you this beautiful example. During the lockdown, nobody was allowed at home. There was Devu, Aryan, and me at home, and then so we had shared responsibility.
Yeah.
Okay, so what Devu was wanting to cook Indian stuff, so he would cook, and there was one thing where they were okay to clean the kitchen and all. I just felt that it's the way they will do it may not be something that I want. So I did not actually go and chew their bait and say, do it this way, do it. I just said, this is the responsibility I will take. So you do what you want to do, the cleaning I will do. Aryan was whatever, he was given a share of work to do. The beauty happened because we didn't breathe down each other's neck. We did not say, so if Aryan woke up late, which he was, and we were very easy with it because it was a tough environment and we didn't want to, it was a coping mechanism. So there was no attachment to I sweep and clean my house in the morning. So I'm sorry, but have to do it in the morning. This is what time. We just told him, this is what you have to do. Do it your way and do it at your time. So you understand, then you have to let go. But the problem actually happens is when you are very, very strict about not only do you take responsibility, but you do it like this, do it at this time. We forget that somebody had actually offered to share it. Right? So that's what I want to say. It's a very simple topic. I understand how simple it is, but it did come from a subscriber, and I thought it's an interesting environment currently to bring it up, right? Vivek, that was the conversation that we were having.
Because also what happens is I think the pandemic has taught us so many things, and focus on the outcome. What I get from what you just said is that you might as well focus on the outcome than the nitty-gritties
No,
of it.
also the pandemic has taught us something where for whatever 3 months we did our sweeping, swapping and all, it exposed everyone to share responsibility. When the help came back home, you may not need that responsibility to be shared, but don't forget that person actually shared it. And now understand how did we deal with it, how did they take it up, how did they take it forward, and then share the bigger one. Open yourself to emotional responsibility, to other responsibility. It was a good starting point. Some things about I personally, I will feel very bad if we don't come out of the pandemic learning and applying that learning. It will be a pity if we actually just go back to the normal that we were and just forget about it. So expand that sharing that you did during that time and take it to other parts of your life and figure out how did that work.
Keep it consistent.
Yes.
Actually, if you've done something, and they say a habit takes all of 3 months to formulate.
And when you said more than the outcome, I think if you correct the process, the outcome is pretty much decided. So you take care of that don't do it your way, don't be rigid about it, don't be stubborn about it, give the freedom to the person, allow that person come to over and so then allow it because somebody else will do it differently from you.
I think that is something that is a big takeaway, not from this episode, but I think from the pandemic as well, that we can always carry forward. So I hope as hell that we make that little start or continue doing what we're really doing, and do like, share, and subscribe to our program because we really put in our heart and soul into this. And like Deepu said, this is not something that is scripted at all. In fact, we discuss it right here in front of you. So this is Vivek Kapoor signing off.
And this is Geetu Pulgas. That is actually requesting you to not be in a hurry, or please, if you can, don't go back to the old normal, which is the pandemic. It happened so that we could learn something. It is teaching us. So please take this forward. Thank you.
Thank you.